Hello everyone. This tutorial is about line graph in Microsoft Excel, and these are the highlights of this tutorial. Adding independent variable and dependent variable. Independent variable are on horizontal axis usually, and dependent variables on vertical axis. Then adding data in Excel, changing font type and font size, adding axis title, changing size of plots, adding trend lines, and finding gradient from the graph. So here I have two variables. So let's say one is load, the other one is displacement. So units of load are Newton, and for displacement it is millimeter squared, or it is just millimeters. So I have load here, so you can add it like 0, then 1,000, 2,000, and then select those, and then you can drag it down to, let's say, 10,000. So that is a load data, and then this one is displacement data. So now this is, so you can manually add all that data, and now I have load as independent variable, displacement as dependent variable. So usually independent variables, they are on horizontal axis, and dependent variables, they are on vertical axis. Now I want to draw a line graph for this one, and there are several ways. So I can go insert, and here there are so many different types of charts. Here you just click here, and then you can find out there are different types of charts. So let's say because we are looking for this type of chart, so it is a scatter or line. So, but most of times, like when we have these dependent and independent data, we start with scatter, and then we convert that into line graph. So I can click OK. So now it has automatically selected everything, and then this is the plot. Let's say I'm going to repeat it. So I can go just insert, and here I have this type of graph, and then it automatically selects what we have here, and it plots the graph. But sometimes, what will happen that if you're using a previous version or some older version of Microsoft Excel, so this option is not available there. So I can go here, insert, and then I add a scatter plot. So this is a blank one. So when it's a blank one and I want to add data here, so what I can do there, I will right click anywhere, and I can add here select data. So anywhere on the chart, you can right click and then select data. And I can add here, now it says series name. So I can give a series name, any of your choice. And I can just click in D1. So whatever I will mention in D1, so that will become the series name. So let's say load. So D, and then series X value. So these I have selected X value, and then series Y value. So these are series Y values. So that is a simple plot. So in D, I can add whatever is the series name. So let's say load displacement, and that is the, here you can see it appears in the title. So now this one is a simple plot. So that is adding a manual way, and then manually, and then we can easily do it. So just select that data, go to insert, and then you can add another chart. So this one is a simple and straightforward way. So that is a simpler way to draw or to plot a chart. Now, so you can change font type and font size. So you can usually when it is by default, Excel create a graph. So all these fonts are some in gray. I'll go here. I just click on anywhere on the chart, and then from here I do it automatic. So that will become automatic. And usually it is Calibri 10. So whatever is your requirement, you can change it to Times New Roman and 10. In graph, what we need to make that reduce white spaces. So I can just do like that, and the graph is going to expand on all that space. Now, if you want to change the size of the graph, so usually the graphs are like if you are going to add them in a report, so usually that is 12 centimeter to 8 centimeter, that is for single column. And if it is a double column report, so recommended one is 8 centimeter to 6 centimeter. So I'll go there. If you're going to use it in report, which is a single column, so then it is usually we use 10 point. And if it is a two column, so then it is 8 point. Now I just click on that, go to format, and here you can adjust this 12 centimeter and then 8 centimeter. So 12 and 8 centimeter, so that is the size of the graph. And if you want it like a two column, so it is 8 times 6, like that type of graph. Okay, so let's say you're using it for uh, single column or single column. So now that is a graph, and I want to add here. I want to add here. Uh, let's say if you want to add line graph, it is very simple. Go and then you can just change it to line. It's very simple. So just click anywhere on that, go to the chart, and then you can add a scatter with smooth line, and then you can add a scatter with straight line, and that is the line graph. So you can add any, but let's say start with the with this scattered one. Now the next one is adding axis title. So that is very simple. So just click on that plus thingy and then add axis title. Now these axis titles are being appeared here, but they are under those axes. So I need to just adjust those axis title, and then axis title horizontal axis is load, and you need to put in the parentheses whatever are its units. And then here it is displacement. Displacement and its units are millimeters. So that is how you have to do it. Now, so that is a graph, and you want to add its title. So whatever is the title, so you can add here load, displacement. So you can add that one. Okay. Now you can change the size of these markers. So usually for this big graph, like big size graph 12, and usually the marker size is 4. So I can click everywhere, anywhere on that graph, and it goes here, and I go here, and then I can just click on here, and it's very simple. I click here, and it will give me here line and marker. Otherwise, you click here, and then from here you can find out that series one. So because this one is a series one, so and then you can add here, because here they haven't mentioned any line, so you can add a solid line here or no line, and then I can add marker. So for marker option built in, so you can reduce its size. So usually for that it is 4. Now, so you can add line here, solid line. for, just click on that, and then it is a solid line or no line. Okay, so then, so that you can add a line there, and then it is, you can keep it scatter, you can keep it line, and then this is a simple graph you can have. Now, the next one, you want to add a changing, adding trend line and finding the gradient. So it is very simple. Just click, just click on anywhere, everywhere, anywhere. So make sure that you are clicking, you're selecting it, and then you right click here, and then you say add trend line. So if you're going to add trend line, so it will give you a dash line fit through all these points. And then here you can see it is a linear. So because the load displacement curve is most of the linear, and then you can display equation on the chart. So that is its equation. So for this line, its gradient is 0.006, and then its intercept is 0.1361. But our concern is for 0.006, so that is its gradient, and its units are Newton per millimeter. Now that, because that is going down and I need to adjust that one, so I just click here, and then I go in series option, or you double click here, and then it goes to the series option, and then axis option I can adjust it from 0. So that is, so now if you have to adjust axis, because it is going up till 12,000, so I want it only 10,000. It is very much simple. I'll click on that, and then I'll go into the axis option. So instead of 12,000, I can do it as 10,000. And then here, because it's a selected auto, so I can also adjust the step size as 1000. So this is all your choice. And then on vertical axis, you can limit it to 6, and then that's it. So you can limit it on 6. So this is your option, that if you want to keep that lines or you don't want to keep those lines. So this is a graph uh, which is a good looking graph, and then you can adjust everything in that, and then you can simply change its title, you can change axis, or then you can change its color. So it is how to change its color. It's very simple. Again, just click on those series, or you can just click anywhere on that graph and then go here to series 1. And in series 1, go to this fill and line, and you can click on the marker, and then marker fill. So marker fill, you can change it to any of the color, let's say red, and then border, that is red. So here you can say no line, it will not show any line, but if you want to add any, so that is changing its marker color. And if you want to change the color of the trend line, so then there are two options. Either you can go from here and it says series 1 trend line, or you just click on that and it automatically take you to the series 1 trend line, and it says that line is automatic and its color is blue, and you can change it to, let's say, green, or you can change it to black. So this way you can change line color. So usually in reports, it is recommended to use vibrant colors, so they look uh, pretty. And if you don't want to, next, if you don't want to keep these grid lines, so you just click on that, and then you can remove that. And if you want to add a box, it is very simple. Just click on that, and then border, it's a solid line, and then it is usually that 25%, usually by default it is 25%. And then, but here you can see there are no tick marks, and now if you want to add tick marks, so then you can just click here and then go to the tick mark. So it can give you the major type inside, so that we can see inside, outside, or you can use the cross. So whatever is, and then similarly, if you want to add here, so then tick marks, so they are inside, outside, and cross. So thank you very much for watching. If you have some feedback, so please add in comment section. Thank you very much.